It's the most talked about religion on the planet.
The most loved. The most feared. And the most misunderstood.
It is, of course, Shinto.
Just kidding.
With a build-up like that, it could only be Islam.
If you only know about Islam from the TV, then you may think this.
Infidel! The saying goes that any publicity is good publicity. But sadly, this is not the case for Islam.
While the worldwide media monster chews up Islam and spits it out in not very pleasant ways, what can the Muslims themselves do about it?
One man who knows how is Max Clifford.
Max is the PR kingpin who can get a front-page headline with just one phone call.
OK, Max, imagine I come to you with Islam, the religion, is your client.
Then we've both got problems. The main point is you have to find a practical solution to the growing problem. The growing problem of being bad news, bad publicity, bad coverage. An obvious way is to find people that people out there are impressed by, respond to, and the media responds to. So you get to know the editors, get to know the people in television, to get to know the top people in the media game. If you start to put these kind of things together, then over a period of not weeks or months, but years, you can hopefully turn and start to change things.
So, is anyone trying to make it better?
The answer is yes. Desi DNA is here to meet the people swimming against the tide of anti-Muslim media bias. The question is, are they getting anywhere, or do they need a lifeboat?
Meet some of the people at the forefront of the mission to reclaim Islam. Asghar Bukhari heads up MPAC, the Muslim Public Affairs Committee. He points the finger closer to home.
One of the problems here is that the Muslim community, they're all very good at talking to each other about how upset they are about the press, but what the hell are they actually doing? I'm sick and tired of Muslims saying, I'm unhappy about this, did you see this programme? I saw the programme, I know there's a problem. You know, pick the phone up, complain, make a difference.
Can stuff like that, though, be counterproductive in the sense that, you know, Muslims can be seen as being just a bunch of whingers, moaning and groaning, complaining about any time anybody says something anti-Muslim, we're up there protesting?
If something is not done about how the media is portraying the Muslims, it's going to be far more counterproductive to this country, simply because Muslims and non-Muslims are being taught to hate each other.
Mad Muslims!
Putting this plan into action is MPAC's team of nationwide volunteers. They're trying to stimulate grassroots interest in media awareness.
They don't say, well, you know, this brother's from a different sect from this brother, let's just attack this brother. They don't do that. A Muslim is a Muslim as far as they're concerned. When they're demonising you, you're all the same.
After I converted to Islam and then started seeing the media, you know, through the eyes of a Muslim, it was really shocking to suddenly open up the newspaper and find, you know, myself and my community and my religion described in this way I just completely didn't recognise.
There's not enough Muslim people sticking up for their rights and sticking up for what is said against them. And technically a lot of people don't think that they are under attack, and if they do, then they think that generally there's nothing they can do about it.
You know, they open up the paper and they won't go, this is outrageous, that's not true, I'm going to complain, I'm going to make a difference. They go, they hate us. What can you do?
For the Muslims, it's open season. And the reason why it's open season is you're allowing it to be open season. There will be media teams set up. There will be a political team set up. There will be campaign teams set up. And we will try our best in trying to stop those who are breeding hate within this society and trying to attack you.
In the morning, I mean, I didn't really know what was going on, but now I learned that I'm actually thinking about joining MPAC.
I was actually really shocked that, number one, so many people turned up, and number two, so many people said, you're right, let's actually join.
So this event really raised my awareness of the things that they do and how I can contribute. I'm actually going to become a volunteer now.
I'm going to walk home on the high today.
How do you fancy a game of word association, right? I say a word, and you say the first word that comes to mind. Football.
Beer. David Beckham.
Football. Beckham.
Beckham.
Millwall.
Music.
The Beatles.
War.
These.
Muslims. First word.
I don't know. Everywhere.
The City Circle was set up by young professionals as a space to think about issues that were not being tackled by the elder generation. They also run schemes to help the homeless as part of their Islamic practice.
Wherever Muslims are, they need to be adding value to whichever society they live in. And yet we have just lost that whole aspect of civil society, that real heritage that we once had. So it's beginning to inculcate that back into our practical daily lives.
So what can we expect from tonight's event?
Essentially expect the unexpected. It is going to be very different to a traditional Muslim event that people, wider society, expect when they read the newspapers. You get women wearing hijab, not wearing hijab, men having beards, without beards, non-Muslims there, families, very relaxed approach.
OK, once again, I'm surrounded by just tons of negative Muslim press. And I've taken some advice and I've decided to try and call around some of the journalists and see whether they'll cover tonight's event. I've got myself the media diary. So here goes. Hi, my name's Adil, and I might have a bit of a story for you, actually. There's a group of Muslims all meeting. They're encouraging Muslims to give to the homeless because it is actually, that's part of being a Muslim, that you are actually, it's compulsory, actually, to be charitable. Would it be something you might be interested in? Oh, no, there's nothing violent about it. What? No, there's nothing violent. If it's violence, then it's more of a news angle, you say. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye. Bye. Well, there you go. That was one of the leading Sunday broadsheets, OK? And one of the first things he asks me is there going to be any violence? You know, because if there was anybody burning effigies of the Pope, that would obviously make a great news story. MPAC and City Circle are pushing their progressive strategies. But without the support of most Muslims and the ear of journalists, are they ever likely to succeed?